Set the clock back to the same time last night. Republican lawmakers in Salem didn't show up for a scheduled night session. Now, last year they walked out over the proposed cap and trade bill.
So that bill is back up for discussion. Jennifer Dowling live now with more on that. Jen?
Good evening. That bill is supposed to help curb greenhouse gas emissions in Oregon, and public comment took place just before 5 o'clock today, and we heard people speak passionately for and against the bill that's come before lawmakers.
Most of these small companies will not be able to comply.
Terry Lunsford's son-in-law owns a logging company. She spoke out against the cap and trade bill during a work session in the Joint Subcommittee on Natural Resources this afternoon. She, along with others who don't support the legislation, are calling for a public vote to let Oregonians make the final choice themselves.
What is the harm in letting people vote? No matter how much it costs, the $20 million that you say it's going to cost for people to vote, is that not our right to be able to vote on something that impacts not only all Oregonians, but especially rural Oregonians?
It's pricey. So when I look at that, I say, well, how do we balance that in a checks and balances, and how do we support democracy? Well, we would do it by sending this complex bill to a vote.
While Republicans were back on the floor, they kept legislation moving at a slow pace by refusing to waive a rule that requires bills to be read in their entirety before a vote is held. Today, they only got through 2 bills in 4 hours.
And although Republicans suddenly want to allow the people to vote on this bill, you've had 30 years to do that.
A South Salem high school student who supports the cap and trade bill said that she was tired of waiting. She and others urged lawmakers to pass the bill without further delay.
I know that we are worth more than the corporate polluters who fund many of the people here on this committee. I know that we are worth more than the pollution that they put into our air. And instead of buying into this greed, I ask that corporate polluters be held accountable through SB 1530A.
And it's ready to move forward. Senate Bill 1530A will help Oregon contribute our share to address a global crisis.
And the question still remains as to whether Republicans will stage yet another walkout to block the bill from a final vote, somewhat similar to what they did last year. Lawmakers have to be gone by early March because this is a short session and we are only halfway through. Back to you.
No doubt some more changes ahead, so we'll continue to follow this. Jennifer Dowling, thank you.